morning. Very rainy day greets us today in Brazil. It's going to be raining for the next few days, so we're going to make the most of it. Uber's everywhere, I think, for now. So we get used to the general area. There's a cafe next door. It sells a good breakfast, so we're going to go down there and we're going to get ourselves some breakfast. I'll show you when we're in there what the food has to offer in the local area. We're off to the mall as well, so you get to see what happens or what goes on in these Brazilian malls.
Eu vou pedir para todo mundo, acho que vai ser mais fácil.
So this was croque madam with bacon. Wow, breakfast. Very nice, actually. There's a couple of things I'm going to try on the menu here before we head back. Cream cheese thing. Yeah, I highly recommend that if you can find that anywhere. It's very nice. Coffee. I think French is stronger, but I've only tried one so far, so I'm going to try a lot of coffee water over here, but I've got to have it before 12 o'clock, otherwise I'll never sleep. Next stop is going to be... Where is the next stop, by the way?
Supermarket.
So this is a typical supermarket over here. I don't know what the conversion is for things like this. Yeah, sure. Quite a lot of British goods in here, actually. So what drinks have they got on offer? A couple of brands you do know. What are those, single malts? I'm looking for some nice crisps because I'm a crisp monster. And something with a decent flavour in it. Something unusual. Because I was told by my daughter-in-law, who's Brazilian, that they like to take foods from around the world and give it its own twist. Now, they're not the only nation to do that, of course. There are lots of other nations that put their own twist on stuff, but there's something particular about the way they do it here in Brazil. Unfortunately, they're restocking, so I can't really get a good look at the snacks at the moment. A few brands you do recognise. I think we can kind of guess what these ones are. They'll be those hot ones. Most of the eggs over here are white as well. I do have a few of the colours we're used to, but that's all. I'm brushing through this really fast, but you can just pause it if you want to have a look at any of the names. They do like their breads. They're very much like the French over here. Our first stop when we got off the plane was to a sister of my son's wife, and they put on a nice little spread for us. Most of that was bread, all different kind of bread, so that's how they do it over here. But they eat little and often. I was told to expect 7 to 8 meals a day. Small ones, of course, but that's how you eat. I got down to 14.5 stone from the weight training and from the gym, so I'm very proud of that. But it's to get into the wedding stuff that I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat too much. Well, I shouldn't eat too much in case I can't get into my suit. That looks crazy. Let's get one of these out to have a look at these. They're not exactly small, are they? What are they? Litre and a half? Yeah, probably 2 litres. Okay, so what is this?
That's a passion fruit.
Doesn't it look like a potato? That's incredible. Yeah, they look like shiny potatoes. What else is crazy? Is that good?
Yeah, it's just big.
Trying to get away now.
Avocados.
This one comes in it. This one's got a sleeping bag.
Mangoes.
Anybody know what they are? Let me know in the comments. How peculiar too. So this is all the meat you'd be chopping up for the barbies.
Cheese on skewers, garlic bread.
Skewered cheese, eh guys? Careful in case it melts too much, but yeah. I don't know if they're prime cuts, but it certainly looks like a lot of meat there. Not much fat content in those ones. And for all you chocolate lovers out there, there's your Hershey's bars. Intense. No. That looks like Ovaltine to me. I don't know what that is.
What?
My translator might be able to tell me. Juliana, what's that flavour?
It's Ovaltine. It's like a crunchy little chocolate thing.
Crunchy chocolate. Crunchy chocolate then, thank you. So these are the items we've picked up. They're mostly crap anyway, but in moderation and all that.
So, yeah, you
Can I tap this?
Yeah.
What's that?
it's just telling you to put the card on.
Oh, okay, so I can just do this, yeah?
So what was that then in English money?
£27.
So £27 then. Catholic over here, it's very religious in Brazil. So I see a lot of shops with, well, all sorts to do with the church, of course. But anybody that's been to Brazil, let me know your experience, of course, in the comments. Don't think it's much of a holiday destination for most people. It's definitely a break from the norm. If you're used to the first world, you know, the developed world, Brazil is mostly far from that. So the exchange rate here is 1 real to 15p in our money, so that's really, really cheap for most things. The plan today, from what I understand, is we're going to go and visit a mall, have a look around there, and then it's off to a football museum where they've got pictures and stuff up of the World Cups and all that, including the England one, so you'll be able to see some footage of what happened during this 1966 World Cup. And of course Brazil, they won it I think 5 times and a few others, but it's my first look there. My son's already been, so he's going to be my guide. I'll try and get as much in-depth footage as I can there, but of course because there's a lot of footballers interested in it and it's the World Cup, I've only got one battery on my phone, so that might be a very big video on its own. But next up, the mall, see what they've got to sell. Dry the feet a little bit. Ray-Bans and Meta glasses. Put it in the comments if any of you have tried it before, these Meta glasses. Might have to have a little go while I'm here. I don't know what that translates to, 3,170. 9, 12, 15. I'm betting that's about £300 for those. And those ones will be quite cheap as well. I'm not really sure how much different it's going to be because a lot of these places apparently have British names underneath them as well. That's not one of them, but I guess that's like Vision Express. That's a lazy way of getting around the old shopping mall, isn't it?
Toys for Aiden.
Mall cop. So this is like a Brazilian Sports Direct, if you like. A lot of the stuff in here, though, is unique by the looks of it to maybe South America. Some of the colours in these trainers, I've never seen anything like it. My kind of colours though, as you'll know if you're avid watchers of the show. Bright yellows, bright reds, bright blues. Here's a kind of place you don't usually see. It's just full of grabbers, as you can see. Probably because gambling is illegal here in Brazil, so instead of fruit machines, you get these. So this is one of the cheesecakes. It's very soft with strawberries and raspberries. It's very rich, but it's got like too much of a soft texture compared to the UK's cheesecakes, which we normally have. Cappuccino's got a consistency of hot chocolate. There's a lot of really thick hot chocolate. And I was just saying, it's like a little pizza with nuts on. So the cappuccino, oh my god, it was like a creamy chocolate. It's unlike anything I've ever had before. I really wish I understood the menu properly, so I couldn't tell you what was in that, but it's not at all cappuccino, but that was really nice. Onwards now to the football museum. This is apparently the history of football right from the start to today.